What's going on, everybody? We live. I guess I'm gonna wait a little bit because I'm no intro shouty, so I'll wait a little bit, see if the thing populate a little bit. Otherwise, I would just get started because I'm just trying to really do this so I can just cut it up later because I realize that's the strategy. Shout out to Black Light Revelations for letting me know that you go on cutting videos up and you got content for days. So one live stream might be 3-4 videos. So we'll see. I guess I'll give it another minute or so, and then just get started with it all. But you already know what's up. First on the docket, we got your girl Pearly things with her little, I guess her little response. What's up, AB? What's good, man? Good to have you in here as usual. Good to have you in here. Yeah, man. We got the girl Pearly things. She's doing her little thing that she always does, trying to fake act like she's sorry or she's an innocent party in the whole thing. Oh, we got 6, man. I'm just gonna get started, man. 6 is cool with me. I ain't trying to say it like I'm on some devil stuff, but yeah, 6 is cool. Let's get it. So unapologetic. My response to weaponized empathy, woke culture, free speech. I'm sure you guys know who she's talking about. The black people. Let's get it.
You know what I did? I decided to apologize and see, would the people be happy?
I don't talk to this bitch. Why I put her in the primary? She's going to general.
By the way, this is the tone just Pearly thinks. She spends this entire time acting like a dumb ditzy.
Do I think she's a grifter? Absolutely. Yes, I do. I don't think she believes half the stuff that she says comes out of her mouth. Her friends, her family,
Man, this little like fake Marvel intro is cringe and lame, man. I hate how she tried to do that like she was cool or something. But let's go. I can't wait for the day when I'm like when I'm up there on their little list of people that came and crushed them. I just want to see what they have to say. But you notice there's no black people up there whatsoever. Even though we know that there's been white guys that have denounced Pearl in the whole Manospiracy, but she ain't coming for them. Let's go.
Your apology. They don't care about you, and they just want to see if they can control you. What up, guys? Welcome
Let's go, Forrest.
YouTube channel, and welcome to Selective Outrage. So today, I'm going to be talking about how the internet gets selectively outraged. So, if you guys are familiar with the Fresh and Fit and ABBA and Preach videos, Myron, maybe like a year ago now, he had a video go viral, and I mean stupid viral, of him insulting Preach's wife. ABBA and Preach are another YouTube channel, and they do reaction videos.
This Preacher's married, probably to a fucking beluga somewhere, and they're just talking shit.
At first glance,
oh damn,
crazy. I mean, why is this man insulting his wife? And when they do the reaction videos, they really don't tell the full story. And that's what I want to talk about today. Is a lot of times what you see with these reaction channels is they take a clip of a full conversation, and a lot of reaction channels are looking for clips to take you out of context and not give the full story, and they are lying to you. Now, let's talk about Fresh and Fit. So, ABBA and Preach went on Fresh and Fit's podcast.
You guys think that the things that she was saying, that there was any extra context that was needed, or do you think that it was pretty cut and dry as to what was going on there? They're basically talking about black people, no matter what kind of little thing they're trying to spin it out as. It's we see what's going on. What do you guys think? Or you think she's full of it? Let's go.
And I think as a podcast host, when you have other YouTubers and you try to treat them, you bring them into your studio, you introduce them to your staff, you usually, a lot of times you might be hanging out before, hanging out after, and you feel like you're at least friendly, like friends with these people. And what happened was a couple weeks later, ABBA and Preach did a hit piece on Myron, and the way they did it was kind of sneaky. Like they said that we were just attacking ideas, paying for bucks.
And then went on dates, then found out she's on the Sugar Baby site. Then when it comes out that she's on Seeking Arrangements, then he actually looks at live stream where he's like, no, we met on Seeking. Like everything is smoke and mirrors, right? Which is fine. At the end of the day, if you want to sell an image and you got to lie to do it, do it.
Like which ones that they should use or whatever. So like these are the ones you guys got to be using, right? You got to be using Tinder, you got to be using Bumble, you got to be using Hinge, you got to be using if you live in a Latin-based city, like we live in Miami, so Chispa is good here. You know what I'm saying? Which is a Spanish joint. You know, which it's more like for Latinos. I don't like Plenty of Fish, but I've heard some people use it with some success. And then you got OkCupid as well. But the point is that you just need to have multiple fishing rods in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is definitely a numbers game.
I got a homeboy.
Go ahead.
Cleans up on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah,
he's probably listening to this right now, and he'll be some of the lowest of the low, but he does it, man. I don't know.
Bro, Plenty of Fish is straight drop garbage. All you gonna find on there is streetwalkers, there's Project Thoughts, and I don't know some tyrannies. But based off what she's saying here, she's trying to say that you guys talked about Fresh and Fit after they had you on their platform, but what she's leaving out, which she always seems to do, is leave out context, is that Fresh and Fit trashed Abba and Preacher. They were trashing them the whole time before they had them on and after. That Fresh and Fit has a kind of habit of doing that to their guests. I believe they did it to Steph Cole before he even came on there, and that's why you haven't seen Steph Cole on the Fresh and Fit thing yet, because he heard Taylor and them talking trash about him. That's why all those other little red pill Avenger dudes are on there like some little sucker coons. But then, Steph Cole just decided not to go through with it because they were talking trash about him. And then even Saint the Center loves these guys. He loves their stinking draws, but for some reason, they was talking trash about him too. He's still loving on them, but I don't get it, man. So that's kind of the thing that she seems to be missing. They talk trash about them beforehand and after, calling Abba blue pill. Even though, blue pill seemed like a lame roast. It's basically somebody's kind of encapsulating you into like a real lame group of things. Like, your way of thinking is lame, your way of acting is lame, everything. So I would say it's kind of a little bit of a roast, but yeah, they were saying stuff, and Abba and Preach came back and got them, and they couldn't take the heat, and that's why we got the whole beef. Let's go.
Yeah, you could definitely clean up on these apps, and then you got Seeking Arrangement, which is like a sugar daddy site, but like that's a whole other. We'll have to do a video on that.
The slimy thing was they were like passive aggressively insulting the man, and men just don't respond well to that. Like you bring someone into your studio, you treat them well, then they leave and do a whole hit piece on you saying that you're capping, say you don't get girls like that. Like I think anyone normal can see how that's disrespectful. This is the problem that we get into. It's that nobody cares about what's true because 10 million people saw Myron freaking out, but nobody saw his explanation in a stream that gets 150,000 views. And that's the problem with the culture today is you can paint an entire narrative about somebody and it not be true. It wasn't like Myron insulted his wife out of thin air. Myron did. And I don't agree with insulting someone's wife. I think that's quite rude. Personally with the internet, for the most part, I've learned to just ignore stuff. But at a certain point, you want to defend yourself. And a lot of times what these reaction channels do is they take clips.
But she was laughing at Mediocre's ball. He was laughing at his ball. So, where's the buck stop for you?
Clip. They paint a narrative and they don't tell the full story. And a lot of times these reaction channels haven't even done the research to make a full conclusion on the story. My point to the audience is that this is dishonest. They are lying to you and they don't care about the truth. They care about clicks and views. So the last couple of days, oh my gosh, it has been so stressful. So I had a hit piece go out on me from the quote unquote the Black Manosphere. And the Black Manosphere is a very pro-Black part of YouTube. And I can't acknowledge that. I would say,
shout out to Solo, man, for the Super Chat $5 salute, bro. Cook, man, he destroyed Anton Daniels last night. I couldn't have done it better myself. Destroyed him. Y'all go check out Solo TV if you haven't already. He's got a channel. Good stuff over there. Go see about him.
Some of the Black Manosphere is part of my audience. And what happened this week was they pulled a clips from an interview I had with Nick Fuentes. Now, a lot of these men have been making hit pieces on me for months. For months, they have been saying, "Oh, you shouldn't listen to this girl. This is your new leader. She's this." They would just make up all this stuff. So they have just been waiting for me to slip up and say something that they can construe as, because I'm a woman, you can't pull me as sexist. So, personally, I follow things that interest me. I always just do what I'm interested in. And I heard about this guy named Nick Fuentes, who is a far-right extremist. He has been banned on everything, even his bank account. I invited him on. He offered to fly himself here. Now, during this interview, we touched on the topic of slavery. And what these reactors did is they were trying to make me look this by pulling clips I said out of context. Now, I mentioned in this interview that all of these thoughts were from Thomas Sowell. I read Sowell. So he talks about, God, this is going to get me in trouble, how slavery was a global institution and the word slave actually came from Slavic, which is white.
Wherever a separate people were enslaved, they were disdained or despised, whether they were different by country, religion, caste, race, or tribe. The Europeans who were...
Even in her explanation video, it still kind of blamed the black man. Like, even though I don't rock with Thomas Sowell, I don't think a lot of people Thomas Sowell in the black community because we know what he's about. He's, you know, a sellout coon, but she's still on that blame the black man. She's talking about, yeah, I got most of my stuff from Thomas Sowell. What does that mean? You couldn't do no research for yourself? I thought you had a good little private school you went to. You had a good education and all that kind of stuff. But you sitting there acting like you couldn't run around here and do no research yourself. So you just took Thomas Sowell, his word as you know, as the main thing, as the law.
Enslaved in North Africa were despised and abused because they were Christians in a Muslim region of the world, where they were called Christian dogs. Race became the most visible difference between slaves and slave owners in the Western Hemisphere. As distinguished historian Daniel J. Borston put it, now for the first time in Western history, the status of slave coincided with a difference of race. To make racism the driving force behind slavery is to make a historically recent factor the cause of an institution which originated thousands of years earlier. This enshrinement of racism as an overarching causal factor accords far more with current instrumental agendas than with history.
A guy that's written like 80 books on this topic. Now, you can agree with Thomas Sowell, you can disagree with Thomas Sowell, and you can even say maybe I didn't use the correct words, but that doesn't make me a racist person. But the problem is all of these reactors are just sitting there waiting for you to slip up and to paint a narrative about you. And that's what I've seen people do to Fresh and Fit for the past 3 years. My whole point is that these reaction channels are just sitting there looking for you to say the wrong thing. They're looking for you to slip up, and they're not going to things in good faith. And the other issue you get with content creators, especially reaction channels, is they turn on you at a dime. And that's what Ab and Preach did to Fresh and Fit. They're hanging out in the studio, and the next week they're saying, oh, you're capping, you're capping, you're capping. And, you know, Ab and Preach proceed to make like 20 videos on them, and Fresh and Fit didn't say anything. Now, guys, you know, anyone, I don't even think I've worked with Fresh and Fit in like 2 years. I'm not even saying this to defend them, but I just see what the reaction channels are doing. It's like a system.
Solo, I got a question for you, man. I know Fresh and Fit them is your boys and all that. And I know Fresh, like Fresh seems like a likable dude, but Myron, I'm not really too sure about Myron. What are your thoughts on Myron? I don't know if you could just throw like a little quick, I don't know. Like, do you think, is he like a solid brother behind closed doors? He's like doing like an actor, you know, what's your thoughts on him? He a little stiff, what?
And they want to paint content creators a certain way. They want to make Sneako look stupid. They want Fresh and Fit to look sexist and racist. And now they've come for me. They want me to look. And there was a guy named Rollo Tomasi, was a guy in the red pill space. And at one point, I really wanted him to mentor me. But he said, it's not personal, but I can't associate with your brand. And I didn't really understand what he meant at the time. But what these reaction channels will do is if you have a controversial person on your platform, they will start to insinuate that you believe what they believe. And they'll look for a video of you saying, yes, you joking with that person, you just being polite to that person, and paint a narrative about you being racist, about you being sexist, about you being homophobic, whatever narrative they want to push. With Rollo, I didn't understand what he meant at the time, but now I do. The issue is if you associate with certain people, and me coming into the space, I'm like, I'll talk to anyone. What's the big deal? I mean, I bring in randoms to my studio every night. Like, who cares? But the issue you get into is the reaction channels, they're like vultures. Well, they'll come in and try to make you look a certain way and try to make you paint a certain way, be painted a certain way for clicks and views, even if they know they're not that way. Back to Nick Fuentes. I did a podcast with this man named Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes, again, far extremist. He doesn't believe in racism, doesn't believe in that, like, thinks the was over exaggerated. And we're talking about the idea of people using an atrocity to control you. And if you listen to it, like 20 minutes around where we started talking about slavery, you will see the context. But the reaction channels either don't want to see the context, or they're too lazy because they're afraid of their audience. Because if they watch the full video, but most of their audience has seen the 1 minute clip, they can't go against their audience. That's the problem. Now we get to a point where it doesn't even matter what's true or what's false. It literally doesn't matter because, you know, the reaction channels can make a 1 million view video about me or make a, 10 million view TikTok about me, even if they know that that's not true. And how often do the reaction channels come back and say, you know what, we effed up. You know what, we painted a false narrative. You know what? And they never do, because what incentive do they have to do that? Because then their audience wouldn't trust them. One thing they said that I said was that I was comparing Black Americans to African Americans. Now, one, I didn't even know about this animosity towards the two, but I was simply just commenting how much I love my employees, how hard they work, how great they are. And these reaction channels were trying to say that I was trying to put down someone else. Non-Western people come in with a hunger that a lot of times, Westerners were spoiled. And I never mentioned race, but these people are trying to make it about race and saying, oh, that's what she really meant. That's what she really said. But it wasn't what I said. And they're putting words into my mouth. And these people, they're bullies. I was joking around.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that she was comparing Black Americans to Africans, or, Africans in the diaspora? I mean, or, Black people in the diaspora? Or do you guys think that she was just simply it's innocently, out here on some ignorance is bliss type stuff, man? What do y'all think? I think she was, she knew what she was doing, because she heard Nick say, yeah, the American blacks are a little less industrious, and she just kind of was sitting there laughing or agreeing with it or whatnot. So I think she knew.
I was joking around with Nick Fuentes, and they said, "Oh, you can't joke around with him." Sorry, that's my personality. I joke around with anyone. You didn't offer him enough pushback. Well, sorry, I listen to understand what they're saying. It doesn't mean I agree. And that's the thing with these reaction channels will do. They'll look for a clip of you, or one clip will go viral of you, and they're so scared of their audience that they won't tell you the truth. They won't tell you the context. They don't want to even know the context because they're going to go against their audience. But here, I'm going to tell you guys the truth no matter what. Do you think this is going to help me, this video, telling you guys the behind the scenes of this? Hell no. But to me, if these people are lying on me, I'm sorry, I got to tell the truth. So Blessing, my producer, who I speak so highly of, I speak so highly of. He
did.
And, I said African time. And you know what? They're going to clip this. They're going to say I did this, did that, and I'm a white apologist, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? What they don't know is I was referring to something Blessing said earlier. That's something he says when he walks in the door. And all of these reaction channels are going to come in and say, oh, Pearl shouldn't do that in front of a white supremacist. That's so disrespectful. Well, if my employees were disrespected, that's their job to talk to me.
To be honest, I can go on to even say that Nick was, in terms of the guests that we've had so far, quite a nice guy. He didn't carry any ego. He just has, views that
he wasn't threatening.
We might not agree.
I think we put him on the spot.
None of them had a problem. I even had one of my producers take a picture with him. And this is the problem: is the reaction.
I think those are such base level things to get out of somebody for you to determine if they're racist or not. The way somebody acted when you saw them in a kind of a passerby moment, did you take a picture with them? I mean, of course they're not gonna come straight out, just guns blazing with the cross on fire, talking about yeah, you N-word and all this kind of stuff. But he's still a racist. We've heard all his rhetoric throughout the internet. I think it's safe to say he's racist. If you look on No Jumper, he had a whole little tirade with him and Sneako when they was putting Sneako on them in the blender that time. He was just saying racist stuff about black people the whole time. We're the most violent. We're always fighting. This, that, and the third. Talking about we don't work out, we don't run, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, man. I think they know that just that's some cool stuff. They just up here, bending over, tooting up for old Pearly and Nick and whatever she got going on. But let's go.
Channels, none of them actually reached out to my employees to see how they're doing, to see if they're okay. Where if they were really outraged about it, if they really cared, they would do that. They also cut out a part where Nick made a joke and said he was kidding.
I told you I'm on my way because I thought I was already 10 minutes late when I was leaving.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Blessing was more late African.
Well, he's black. I'm giving you a hard time. I don't mean.
And they didn't put in the full clip that said he said, "Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm kidding." Why would they cut that out? Why would they do that? The other thing they put in was that my friend and Nick Fuentes were going back and forth about interracial dating, and that I should have spoken more. I should have spoken up. If Gabby needed help, if Gabby was holding her own, she was holding her own. If she needed help, then I certainly would have helped. But I know the girl, and she was holding her own just fine. So now let's get into MTR's reaction. So MTR.
How do you guys feel about that? So Gabby is King Rich's girlfriend, and she was kind of getting talked. Nick Fuentes was kind of talking down to her, disrespecting her and her boyfriend. Do you guys think that she held her own? I mean, you could say she kind of held her own, but do you think that Pearl should have jumped in, or do you kind of been like, hey man, that's not cool for you to be saying that on my platform, or do you guys think that Pearl should have just left it as is and kept it going? Well, I mean, I guess it's cool that she did that because now we got content, man. But what do you guys think?
Media, I want to give you guys a little background into my relationship with MTR. If you don't know, 500,000 subscribers, mediocre tutorials and reviews. And I met him when I was in Miami, and I actually spent a good amount of time with him. He flew in for a one-on-one interview, and he actually spent a day with me and my sister. Like, honestly, I felt like I actually 500,000 subscribers, mediocre tutorials and reviews. And I met him when I was in Miami. And
look at that, bro. Mediocre put that thing down on that, man. Look at that, bro. You see that? Look at that. Look at that face. That boy Mediocre went ham on that. He went deep in that thing, man. What y'all? Oh man, Mediocre was going hard, man. The town slag. Let's go.
Actually spent a good amount of time with him. He flew in for a one-on-one interview, and he actually spent a day with me and my sister. Like, honestly, I felt like I actually opened up to him in a way because I let him meet my family.
Okay.
Any YouTuber knows we always want to protect our family from the public, and I introduced him to my sister.
You knowingly invited a white supremacist and a self-proclaimed racist.
I have no problem inviting people that disagree. I have no problem having crazy conversations. I will not apologize for having a controversial guest because I will keep having controversial guests. My staff is very aware of this. They know this. And if they have an issue with this, they should talk to me, not the internet. And that's the other thing about YouTubers is why the hell are YouTubers that have my number going to the internet before they talk to me? A lot of these YouTubers are so scared to protect their brand that they will throw anyone and everyone under the bus. And it's honestly bloodsport. It's honestly disgusting.
Pearl, you know that your staff is mostly Black people. And I'm talking about from a production perspective as well as a talent perspective.
MTR, if you were worried about my employees, why didn't you message Blessing? Why didn't you message King? Why didn't you message Helen? could have reached out to them. You certainly could have asked me for their numbers, but you chose to go to the internet. You're offended for my employees.
I don't think that your platform would be as big as what it is today if it wasn't for the essential utilization.
I noticed that she seems to have a little bit more smoke for mediocre tutorials and reviews than everybody else. Like Abby Preach, I think what they said was worse about her. You know, they hit her with the ad hominems, crushed her about her intelligence, all that kind of stuff. Mediocre, you know, of course he went the punk route. If you ask me, he went the high road. You know, he was saying all those extra goulash words and word salad. Just seemed like he's super smart. Well, I guess he's a smart dude, but yeah, he was doing all that. He kept it real cordial and whatnot as he could for a roast. And she seemed to be going out there hard, man. What y'all think went down with old Mediocre and Pearl, man? Y'all think he got down, put that thing in it? Because who's going on a Miami trip and then going to London and then doing all this other stuff? They having little Donovan Sharp sit downs and stuff, bro. He definitely put that down, man. And then, you know, he's out here going out with Marilyn Monaco to Jamaica and then going having Melanie King over his house, what, two, 3 times? Yeah, he done thrashed everybody in the all those little fake manosphere spots. He done thrashed them. He's proven them wrong. But let's go.
Of Black people, Black relationship topics, and Black talent.
I don't know how many times I have said this, and I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. My platform is not a Black platform. How could I have a platform about Black issues if I talk about relationships? My last shows,
I
two
agree.
that come to my head. Why can't we call a hoe a hoe?
I agree.
Trust me, there are hoes in every color. Oh my God, trust me. And how to be a good wife. What's a good wife? They go off the titles and they don't even watch it. And then they make a reaction video saying that I said something I didn't, or my show's about something it's not. You know, I'm not going to say we've never touched on a Black topic in a year.
Wait. Victor, you saying Pearl got them little extensions in, man? Is that what? Oh man, that's ugly, man. And you know what's crazy, bro? I didn't know that white women did that to make their hair seem fuller, because it's like a little like thin sometimes. Because if you look at other pictures of Pearl, like when she was showing her mansion off, that hideous thumbnail picture, her hair looks thin. She looked like she just walked out the cave. And she's looking for her next meal, her next raw meat meal to hunt. But right here, her hair looks full, it's curly. She looked like, what's that, Garnier Fructis? She looked like that right here. So yeah, man, I didn't even think about all that. That's crazy, man. She got the weave in. MTR putting a pipe in these manosphere shit. He did. Oh man. Fake name, bro. I agree with you 100,000%. She's so annoying, man. Yeah. Vega, her voice, when she gets piped up like this, it really annoys me too. It's kind of like real entitled Karen kind of voice, like that voice inflection. Like, yeah, you're not gonna do this. You don't get to be here. Like, it's like that.
Year of shows, but shit, in terms of how often, it's really not. And that's why wouldn't he go through the shows? Why wouldn't he do his due diligence when he spent time with me? He's met me, and we had a great relationship up until he made this hit piece. And the other accusation he had, you could have had Black people in the same room. We did a whole
watchful eye
with Black people in the Black. I mean, it was a mix of races, but we certainly had Black people there too. So again, it's all of these reaction channels saying this is how you should run the show, but none of them have done it. None of them are that successful, and they want to tell us how to run our shows. And the other thing, you know what, and MTR, here's the thing. I am really not about bringing out private things behind the scenes to public. I think it's trashy. But if you're going to publicly accuse me of things, and you're going to publicly make a hit piece on me, then I have to publicly defend myself.
Now, what's crazy is that I came across these comments while I was live streaming a couple of days ago. And what
you found out on live is about the clips is just not true. You know it's not true. I don't know why you're lying to your audience.
General, and not once in the interview did you have at least one pro-Black stance.
MTR, you said yourself before you released the video, when I asked you, did you watch the full interview? You said no. So how do you even know? Because that's the thing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what's right. He doesn't care what's true. He cares about appeasing his audience. And that's what all these reaction channels are doing to you.
And along with my accountability, this is now my definitive stance. I can no longer support or associate myself with the Just Pearly Things platform.
MTR, if you don't want to work with me, I fully support that. You don't want to associate with me, I fully support that. Why are you still making money off of the clips from the show on my channel? I'm so offensive. You better take those off. Because now I certainly don't give you permission to use those, because why would I? You don't want to associate with brands, so take them off. Stop making money off them. And that's what these people do. They're absolute hypocrites.
I've no beef policy on my platform.
These people. Hey, Carla. Hey, Val. Hope y'all doing great today. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about that, man? She about to hit Mediocre with them copyright strikes like she hit Sarah Garvey, man. Mediocre gonna be like, man, my channel went down for 2 days, but you know, I'm still here. The MTR me. He's gonna have to be on Patreon for a little bit. He better take them guys down. Is that even possible when you think about it? Because I guess you think about that that one thing they did with her, Donovan Sharp, and Mediocre. Can she do that? Just because she's in the video, or how does that work? Y'all let me know, because I don't know. YouTube is a little weird sometimes, man. Anton Daniels was able to copyright strike my videos, but I said, I transformed the content and everything. He's so whack, man. I really want to get Anton in the ring one time, bust his Cadbury head open one time.
You have a no beef policy on my platform, but you make a hit piece on me. And this is what he's going to do, because this is what the reaction channels do. They never apologize and they just double down. Then you know what he's going to do? He's going to find another clip, take it out of context, and then say, oh no, well, now that I've watched the full interview. And this is the principle. It's not even that he may have been offended. It's that we are grown adults and you could call me. And yet you choose to go to the internet first. Now, I don't know, where was honor, where was respect, and where was dignity? If someone has been kind enough to allow me into their studio, to, I even introduced you to my family, to spend days shooting content with you, and then you turn around and say you can't associate with the network, what is courageous? To make a hit piece on me? To appease your audience? What's more courageous, to do that? Or to go with the narrative, what everyone's saying? And you know what? You might not say it today, you might not say it tomorrow, but you were absolutely wrong for this. You were absolutely wrong. You quote unquote left the manosphere, but you're still in it. And okay, and let's talk about defamation of character. So this is the thumbnail that MTR put of me. He said, in quotes, that and insinuating that I said that slavery was not that bad. I did not say that. In fact, in the clip, I said that it was horrible.
The founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was, right, but they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people in a way.
How is it not defamation of character?
I think in this case, we're going to have to use the Kevin Samuels. Well, no, that's not his saying, but that's what he's always saying to the ladies. Like, everything you say after your butt is really what you're thinking, or it makes the video, the sentence null and void. And I think that's what that's what we got here. She said, I thought it was horrible, but it's embellished. So I mean, yeah, you are saying it's not that bad. You still said it's not that bad. You're an idiot. What kind of education did you have? You literally came back and said the same thing that you said it wasn't. What do you guys think about that?
Say that I said something I didn't say in the thumbnail, and it's one thing when you do that to someone random or whatever, but in these random clips that circulate on YouTube, but I work on YouTube. That's my livelihood. And it's funny because they act like they care about Black issues, but yet they're trying to damage the reputation of a network that hires majority Black employees. And without even asking the employees, are they offended? How did they take it? And so that's what I'm saying. These content creators get outraged for my employees who are not mad. I didn't even hear about it till after he left. And everyone's going to say, oh, they're secretly offended. They just couldn't tell you. And that's how I know nobody stepped a foot in my studio, because they absolutely will tell me if they agree, if they don't agree, but they all know signing up to work here, we have controversial guests. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the thumbnail. That's not legal either. It's defamation of character. Just put in quotes and insinuate I said something I didn't say. I said in that exact clip that you saw, you watched, you reacted to, it wasn't that horrible. And when I asked you, why would you put that I said something I didn't say? Well, it's how the comments.
I mean, do you have to put the quote verbatim on what you said? If you said it was embellished, that's essentially you saying not that bad, right? When somebody says you embellish something, they're essentially saying, you kind of you faked it a little bit. You kind of put a little extra on it. You're saying that you were saying that in this case, slavery was embellished, basically saying it was not that bad. It's just used as something to control the masses or make Black people angry or something like that, and give them this so-called protection that I don't know where we have it, but yeah, that's what you're saying. Let's get it.
Interpreted it, and that's not what I meant, and it's not what I meant. And that's the worst part, is he knows I'm not a racist. He knows all of this stuff. And I beg you, MTR, name one instance we had where I treated any of my employees unfairly, where I was rude to any of my employees, where I was rude to you, where I was rude to any of our mutual friends. And you know what? In hindsight, I probably would have put out a statement saying he had nothing to do with the Nick Fuentes interview. And I would have been happy to do that if he asked me. But he didn't ask me. And when you're being called by everyone in the book and then your friend tries to pile on. And again, all of the ideas that I spoke about were from Thomas Sowell, a author of 80 books on the topic. So you could say maybe as a white woman, I shouldn't have said anything about it, but I certainly was quoting someone else. And that's the crazy thing. Oh my gosh. So what did I do? I decided, why don't I put out an apology video just as a test? I wanted to see, would the mob be happy? No, they never accept your apology. And did MTR backtrack and say, you know what?
Absolutely did.
Given that I've spent this much time with her, I was more than willing to work with her before. I had no issues before. But now when the crowd goes one way, I'm going to go with it. Now let's show another clip that could be taken out of context and make it look like this man is racist against white people.
What are we doing to white people? And I was going to say erasing them, which I agree.
Oh, you're right.
Relationship, white people, we're immigrating, they're not having babies, we're erasing them. Oh, that's where it's going to go.
We're not erasing them.
I thought the Chinese guy was going to be like, hey, man, you know what we doing? We bringing our people, we taking over, right? And I was going to celebrate it.
You was about to celebrate it.
Yeah, the future.
But it is white people's fault.
Man, osmosis, man. Them 5 times he put it down on her, make it seem like 5 years. That's what it is, man. Shout out to Osmosis Reacts. Also, we had another comment up here, man, by Young Nine. He said, "I heard the Texas mall shooter was inspired by her interview, and I did see that article actually. Black Light Revelation sent it to me. Y'all go check him out as well. You can put your channel in there if you want to, bro. But yeah, he was saying, I guess he was saying like he was inspired by the Nick Fuentes talk or something that she had on Pearly things. I guess like he was. I don't know if he was so much influenced by her, but he definitely was in there influenced by Nick Fuentes." Right, control people. Yeah, man. AB, I don't really know what she's. I guess it's kind of the same thing. As she's on that kind of CRT theory that like Ron DeSantis has, where the kids will be sad, the little white kids will be sad if they hear about slavery and butt breaking and all this little kind of stuff. And I guess like they don't want the black people to be feeling like, oh yeah, y'all did this to us. So yeah, that's pretty much what what she means there. She's on her Ron DeSantis. Philly Greek Feet said she's only 25 and acts like that's real, bro. When you think about her age, bro, and you think about how you were at that age, you're like, bro, you really don't know anything, bro. And you got all this stuff thrown at you so fast, you definitely don't know nothing. Oh, we got Jalen Foreman in this thing. What's good, bro? Osmosis said he had to smash. He definitely did, man. He definitely did. Eon 001 said MTR gave her the most fair response. Pearl acting like she was dumped by her boyfriend. I agree 100%. I just was saying that as well. I said out of all the people that crushed her, MTR did not really crush her. He just gave her, a little response. I can't really mess with you like that. And that's it. And like you said, also, he never said she was racist. He just said, the things she said, he can't really rock with it. I'm still having an old boy on he's on probation still for me at the moment, but yeah. Val Williams makes a good point. Thomas Sowell is an economist, not a historian. Why does she quote him? Exactly. This woman's supposed to be so smart. Blacklight said, oh yeah, he beat that up. She angry and her. She's super angry. Osmosis said he running through. He is, bro. Who's he gonna get next? Osmosis, who is next? Who is next? Will we see an MTR 60 guy that somehow he come back and be like, I didn't really mean that about you talking about the cop. When you come over and, I live in Atlanta now. So, he says it different. I live in Atlanta now. So, yeah, will you come on down and, maybe I could see about you. See what you got going on. He might do that. But AB said MTR is pimp of the year. He indeed is. And he's so unassuming, man. He's like a wolf in sheep clothing out here in these streets, man. Let me go and read one more before I continue. She said, Blacklight said, she kept saying, you met my family. He had her legs in the air, her feet were on the ceiling because she's on. Oh man. Val said he never, so basically Sister Goddess was coming after, I don't know, Val, if you were in the live that time where I guess like there's like this cop, he's like a Jamaican cop, and he was kind of doxing Sister Goddess, kind of saying her name, and she was a stripper and all this, and he was showing the videos and whatnot and saying, yeah, what kind of woman is this for you guys to be looking into on a manosphere and stuff like that, and she basically laughed at him, when he was a cop. He was like, he like jumped on a moving vehicle and let it drag him down the highway or something like that, and she laughed at it, and he was acting like, well, my life was in jeopardy, you laughed, even though I just doxed you. So yeah. Jado Foreman says, is Sowell in comments? I haven't seen any of his work on economics or finance in general. I think that Sowell started out as an economist, and I think that once the white folks was like, oh yeah, we love what you're saying, keep on doing it, I think he just kind of went out and started doing that. He became a fake historian, became fake news shouting. But let's go and continue this video real quick, man. I'm loving the comments.
What is everything?
What are we doing to white people?
I don't know, taking the skin and wearing it.
But you know what? You don't do that. Because I know the context. I know he was kidding. But that's what a lot of these reaction channels do. They wait for you to slip up. O'Shea claims to support the Black community, yet he constantly goes after organizations that support Black content creators. Right. How can you say you're pro-Black when, honestly, between me and Fresh and Fit, we employ more Black people than you do? So after the apology video, I said, okay, let's see how brave these men are. So I asked Obsidian to host a debate, and I said, everyone that has had so much to say about me, come on the screen. Nobody showed up. I'm a firm believer that if you truly believe something about someone, you should be able to say it to their face. And all you couldn't even show up to a stream. And you know what? If I was this diehard that they think, why didn't they show up? You should want to tell off a rate. Tell me how horrible I am. How could you spend hours and hours and hours listening to me talk, but you can't stand by what you said? And this is the thing about these reaction channels. What's courageous? Courageous is going against the mob. And honestly, a lot of these reactors are no better than the feminists that paint a narrative about men. A lot of feminists, they might take a clip or take a snippet of a story and say, he did this, he did that, he's this. And these goddamn content creators do the same thing. And you could say what I said was inaccurate, maybe insensitive, but to say you questioned my morals, are you kidding me? And that's the thing. We live in a society where we no longer can give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's the worst part, is that MTR didn't even watch the full video. Even though he met my sister, he spent a bunch of time with me. He came over to see me in London. He shot so much content for him. He still couldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt and felt like he needed to cater to his audience.
He did more than meet your family, goddamn. He definitely was. He was in them innards, as he says, them viscous innards, exploring you. He didn't explore your whole body. He like, Drake, you girl, I see you naked. That's why she mad. Let's go.
You know who I respect? I respect the content creators that doubled down because they knew me. Anton Daniels, he got a lot of pushback for defending me. Obsidian, he got a lot of pushback for defending me.
She's cool with me. I wouldn't call her a friend, but it is definitely a person that I've had multiple different conversations to. She's added value into my life behind the scenes, gave me some game. I gave her, hopefully reciprocated and gave her some game. We didn't kick it in person. She'd have met my wife.
But they know me in real life. So they know I've been nothing but polite. They know that I do my best to be friendly and kind to people. And they refuse to profit off of me. And I'm not trying to paint myself as a victim. I do very well on YouTube. You guys aren't going to stop me. You're not really going to bring me down. MTR says he's against cancel culture. And he accuses brands of bending to the will of the woke mob. But what did you just do?
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. And I'm going to remain professional. But it just bothers me that companies still will buckle to the whim of this bullshit. Now you guys see the uphill battle in real time that I have to climb, that the content creators in the space have to climb. We've said a whole bunch of firsts in here. One of the first is actually having brands and sponsorship that come down in here and show us respect. And at the drop of a Thanos click, a Thanos snap, they take it away. Why? Because the victims come out the woodwork and say, he's misogynistic. The weaponized term that has nothing to do with my channel. Has nothing to do with my channel, and you know it.
So, yeah, what do you guys think about her, talking about the woke mob and everything, saying, MTR, he bent to the woke mob. Of course, she's talking about black people. Do you think that MTR is bending to the woke mob, or is he just being himself? I mean, is he just, kind of being for his people? I mean, I don't know if we could say he's for his people just yet, but I mean, can you blame him for being black? I mean, I think personally, if you let a white friend or another kind of friend disrespect, you racially or whatever your people, I think it makes you look weak. So I think he just couldn't look weak. I think that would be weak if anything, not kowtowing to the quote unquote woke mob. Eon says, "What the f? Pearl and F employ more black people." Hell, she's acting wild. I agree, man. Yeah, what is she even talking about, bro? What is she talking about? And then Black Light said she got all dressed up, so he knows what he's missing. Yeah, ooh, she got her hair with the little Garnier Fructis. Vegas said you're right, Black Light. So she know about that. Trying to get that man right to figure out what he missed. CP said. Eon said she is hurt. She's extremely hurt, man. What's good, Louisiana Made Jazz? Shout out for the $5, man. He said he met Pops and had a pop in that thing. Man, definitely. She was popping that thing. She probably couldn't really do no number. She probably was just sitting there, to be honest. She was sitting there. She ain't got no work. House Moses says, she says, we shot so much content for him, but was it for him or her? Yeah, it wasn't for him or her, because she's saying she gonna flat the content. Says, yeah, right, man. So yeah, she's kind of telling on herself without telling on herself, like she's kind of making herself seem like she got the moral high ground here, but at the same time, she's kind of showing like her snakiness and all that throughout this little thing. Vegas said, doesn't she know how her voice sounds? She doesn't. She doesn't apparently. I mean, I guess when you're over there with all the little yes men and cools, I mean, I guess you can't really, nobody's gonna ever tell you how your voice sounds. They just, they just want their little, their 10%. They're 10% of those earnings. CP says, hit the like button, man. Shout out to CP, the artist, man. Y'all go check him out. He made a video on her as well. Go check him out. But he hit the like button, too. David says, the vitriol of a woman who was pumped and dumped. Ooh, that's exactly what we got going on. Derek said, here he goes tooting up again. Yeah, he was tooting up big time at this point. He was tooting up big time until he had to kind of hold his feet to the fire. AB says, grind. You think Fresh and them is going to take the bait They might, man. You know, there's some weirdos like that. They just might. And Myron's so anti-black that I think he would actually love the opportunity to get on this kind of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance kind of deal with Pearl, man. Because, you know, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was two dudes that really was kind of snaky and backstabbing each other, but they went against everybody else to, you know, get that thing going, man. I went a little nerdy if you know about Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I think they might take the bait, man. We might eventually see a little London fresh and fit in the studio telling some London thoughts, get out of here. Or, you know, she might be up in Miami. You never know. God, that's that body language. Let me go and continue the video, man. Y'all got the comments going. Let's go.
I'm disappointed. But it shows the uphill battle that we have to climb.
Because you cannot tell me that you did that in good faith. What happened to good faith? You did that to protect your brand and to build your audience. And you know what? If that's how you want to play it, go do it. But, you know, a lot of people can see through this shit. And the truth always comes out. So you spoke about that, but this is the same way you're bending to the will of your audience. If you go on stream and say that you think I'm go on stream and say that you think that you question my morals.
Select correctly, or if you let someone into your proverbial inner circle
he had a
before that they have been properly vetted. These are the people that can bring you down into the abyss as well.
Oh, you're right. I could see how that would happen. And you know what? The worst part is this goddamn thumbnail, because he knows. I messaged him. Did I say that? He knows I didn't say that. And that's the thing. If he's willing to do this to me, I would say he was an acquaintance, maybe a friend. All right. If he was willing to do that to me, what's he willing to do to you?
Just keep this in mind as you are creating friendships throughout your life, is that when everything is going good.
Hey, that would actually be a very interesting story arc right there, Derek. FNF versus MTR. What do y'all think? How do y'all think that would go, man? Let's say Myron will come out with their little bombastic things. They be saying, yeah, you got one nut. You got one nut, ninja. You got one nut. You can't do anything with me. You can't do like what do you guys think that Mediocre would then say to that? Would he have to finally come out go out his way and actually, you know, do a roast? Or would he still be on his Jordan Peterson? Well, yeah, you guys, you're losing hair because you don't have the minoxidil and the minoxidils and then the coroxidils. So, you know, you're got the alopecia or rosacea. What do you guys think? I really would like to see that, actually. That would actually be very, very interesting. Derek said Fresh gonna be smashing Pearl. I think that's not impossible. You know, Pearl seems to like black no matter what. No matter what. Blacklight said that's how MTR had a sign when those size 24s was on the seal. Oh man. Like she was at an Ohio State game going hard. David says, you know they playing this game. He probably clapped those cheeks that night. Whoa. He got there and did a rush delivery over to London. Yeah, but I think, you know what, David? I think he's done some recent cheek clapping. I think it's been more recent than we'd like to admit. You know, Blacklight says Myron will be like, you have one nut. You have one nut, nigga. Screaming and shit. And shedding hair. Yeah. And he went and got that transplant, so we wouldn't talk about his hair no more, man. But it's still balding. You got a transplant and it's still balding. CP said MTR going bald too. And he did the same thing Myron did. He got but he got a minoxidil deal because he was losing his hair, his hairline. And then he got like them little drops you put on it, and then he started growing his hairline back. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle of the bad hairlines. Derek says MTR, Abner Preach versus FNF and Pearl would go. Hey, that would go crazy, bro. The content would be too crazy. The content. I'm gonna have to go and bring Angie out for the skits. Angie's gonna have to become director's son for the skits. You're gonna have to do a whole summer of skits, Angie. I know you ain't here because I see you right here. It's definitely going to get into MTR's feelings. Yeah, I think it would. Let's go and get to the next little bit of this video. End this thing up, man.
It's high time for your acquaintances. But when things are not so good, the acquaintances will slowly shift to the back.
Oh, well. How is it not Sneako to insinuate that I have this and have bad morals after I allowed you onto my platform, after I paid for so much footage to be edited, cut? Also, I'd like to add, you disrespectfully made a video about me. You disrespectfully put something in the thumbnail and defamed my character and said I said something that I did not say. And you pretended to be concerned about my employees, but you didn't even reach out to them. And you know what? I'm going to disrespectfully post all of the footage that we took because you know what? Honestly, that footage was fire and I'm making money off of it. And no, you do not have permission to use any clips on your channel. You know, and I will. You know, MTR, I'll give you a video. I already know how the
You
reaction.
would have got down White, and I said so. She said, yeah, you don't have any permission to use my clips, but I'm going to use those clips that we got because they're fire, and I'm going to make some money off of them. How does that? Where they do that at? How does that work? How does that work? I have been saying she's been putting up a little, 2-3 clips of MTR and whatnot. What do you guys think about that? Does that give her grounds to should she be able to copyright strike him if she's gonna do that, or should she just shut the hell up and just get her little bag? What do you guys think? Osmosis says they probably wouldn't do that because their channel is bigger now. He's talking about having a beef between like a 4-way Royal Rumble beef, Pearl and Fresh and Fit versus Aber and Preach and MTR. That would be very interesting though. It would be, we can all dream. Just sit there and back and watch the flames. BW says that's WWE. It is. Philly Greek Feet says MTR's way. He is in his feelings a little bit. I think he's kind of got that feeling where when you're done with a girl and you kind of thinking like, man, yeah, I kind of like you got that little initial like you think about kind of some of the good things that she had going on, but she really wasn't worth nothing. It's like that. That's what he's feeling like. Jada Informer said, my cousin 24 wanted to grow his beard out. I forgot the product that he had got, but after a month, it still grew out. Like, ooh, yeah, he probably was using that minoxidil, or maybe he did have the maybe he had like a little transplant. You never know. Or David says it'd be like the Joker. They would eat each other exactly. Vega hates she hates Pearl's voice. She hates it. He looks lame in her show. Facts. Blacklight says she's so mad. Also, scientists discovered that if you live within the city, the chemicals in the water can actually start making you. Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly. I try not to drink the water though, man. I definitely don't be drinking the water at all. Actually, I don't even like drinking the refrigerator water. You know that how they got the little filters and whatnot. I don't trust it. I'm just gonna buy the spring water for the stove. Because they say the distilled and the other water is not healthy for your kidneys. Hey, that's $10 million worth of spoiled brat for real. Let's keep going.
Channels do it. So I'm sure he's just going to double down, find another clip that Pearl looks like is an ill will. Pearl looks bad. And you know what? I'm sure he's going to find something else to paint me in a certain light. And you know what? That was a pretty controversial conversation. So I'm sure he's going to find it. And you know what? I'll give you a chance. You can come. If you admit you messed up, maybe we can repair this. No, not right now.
Derek, I got
and that's what honestly all these reaction channels do. They just pull clips and they're looking for it. And guys, you're gonna start to see it after some point. Also, MTR, I'm asking that you take down all videos of us together on your channel because you don't want to be associated with my platform. So I'm giving you the opportunity to pull all clips because I don't want to have to copyright strike you, but I'm appeasing to your wishes. And if you want to disrespectfully diss me on a video, then I will disrespectfully tell you that we will copyright strike you if you do not remove the videos. And also, guys, we're re-uploading the videos of Nick Fuentes. And if you want to see the full videos and see all of the context, go onto our Rumble. That link is in the description. Another instance that Abba and Preach did this is with Fresh and Fit. So Abba and Preach tried to say that Fresh and Fit laughed at a proud rapist, Charleston White. But the reality is he was talking about his past and why people shouldn't take his path. That's what he was talking about on the platform. And that's what they do.
Before we continue, let me go and address this. So no one can ever talk about your hairline. Angie, I have an FBA hairline still currently. I still currently have an FBA hairline. My forehead might be big, just because that's just the way it goes. But I still have an FBA hairline right now, and it's still intact. And tomorrow I'm gonna get a haircut so I can look even more done. So you're gonna see me be like, oh, you look good. So yeah, just be happy it's still intact. But let's go and keep going.
You can have someone on the show that's controversial, that's made mistakes in the past, and if you get along with them, if you're kind to them, if you're polite to them, they try to frame it like you believe what you believe. You support what they support. And these men, that all they do is react. They've never brought on guests. They've never done a live in studio. Not well anyway, to the point that anyone knows who they are. They want to tell us how to do it. And honestly, and it's very hypocritical because Abba and Preach have laughed at male grape jokes. And I could pull a clip from there and do the YouTube blood sport and paint them out a certain way.
Me personally, when I see a girl with like a nice booty, I'm always like, I like you and I want you. And I'm gonna have you.
Now I tell you what, I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. Someone get this guy out.
Derek, pull my car.
No, that's bro. Hey, that's disturbing.
Lee Johnson, booty warrior.
I don't want to do that, but I understand there's always.
What do y'all think about that right there? Is that the equivalent of what Charleston White was saying in his car about graping Asians and graping white women and whatnot. I don't think it's the same thing. It was a funny cartoon with a guy who's a funny. He's a character. Fleece Johnson's a character. I remember seeing him in I don't know what it was, high school or a little bit after that, and he was saying that kind of stuff. I was like, man, this dude is crazy, man. This guy's actually real. And then when they put him on Boondocks, it just was even funnier because it's like he's coming up to Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen think he got him, and then nope, he got you. So it was just a funny cartoon. I don't think it's not the same. Osmosis said it's definitely not the same. I agree. Definitely not the same. Ha! But like I said, he got the Percy Earl first generation FBI. Oh man, not the Percy Earl, man. You hit me with the Percy Earl. Oh man. Oh, that's ugly, man. Right, David, right. What else we got here? We finna go to church today. Right, Jada Informant. Yeah, right. We can tell the difference. Pearl really thinks we're dumb. Like she's kind of I mean, I hate to say it, but her audience is like kind of like those white dudes that think that reparations are strictly slavery based, and they they automatically think that there are some black people that had slaves. There's a whole lot of black people that had slaves, and they don't really know the context. It's kind of like that, man. She just kind of like expects you just to go with the flow, whatever she say. But let's go.
It's going to be entertainment value. I understand that, but it's just getting to a point where we're starting to defame people's characters, and I'm just tired of the lying. I'm so tired of the lying. And the other thing that's insulting is a lot of these reactors that are pretending to stand up for my employees are calling them slaves.
The colonial mindset of Pearl has people working on her quote-unquote plantation.
That's why Pearl is a modern-day female slave master.
As if I am a slave master? Are you crazy? Oh my God, are you nuts? How insulting. It's like they're standing up for my employees by calling them slaves. What the? You guys are absolutely insane. And again, all of these reactors have never successfully had a YouTube show. And they want to tell us how to do their show. And it's like, if I don't like the way a show is run, I just don't watch it. But all these reactors want to insert their opinions and tell them how we should have our conversations and in what way we should have our conversations. When it's like, you guys haven't done it successfully. Most of you are small, and none of you have had a lot.
Blacklight said, what the audience be sounding like? I never heard them, so I need to hear how they sound. Man, you know how they sound, man. Well, yeah, black people had slaves too. Like, so what do you mean? Like they're basically like whatever kind of guys you hear calling in to Tariq Nasheed show, trolling, they sound just like that. They sound like a little bit like Nick Fuentes. It's a bunch of like nasally voiced beta males. Like, well, I can't get a girl, all this kind of. You wonder why you can't get a girl. You run around here stinking. You got a terrible haircut. You wearing running shoes and jeans from Walmart, and you just those are the kind of guys. Osmosis makes a good point, but she's watching reaction channels. Yeah, man, this girl is she's really just backwards. She ain't really got no real leg to stand on here. Slave Master is crazy, Derek says. Why do people listen to Pearl? I wonder that too. There's currently 1.45 million people that are listening to Pearl, or maybe some folks just haven't unsubscribed yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. AB says she's all over the place. I agree. Whitest girl. Right. Derek, do you remember that? I remember seeing that during the whole Fresh and Fit fiasco. I kind of like just threw her to the side. I was like, who the hell is this? Like she was coming up in my algorithm. Cause them kind of folks be coming up in your algorithm, even though they ain't really work more than what you got going on. She was coming up in my algorithm because I guess she was talking about Fresh and Fit, or she was reacting to Dr. Umar talking about interracial dating and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, man, she was definitely out here reacting, man. Shout out to Osmosis for saying that. Derek for pulling that up too. Osmosis said, she said, if you don't like it, don't listen. But seeing like all she do is listen to the show and she don't like, right? That's pretty much all she doing. She might be in the chat right now. Sneak listening. Like she Metal Gear Solid Snake or something. She hired Africans, no cap. She hired people who wouldn't catch her on her BS or object. I agree, David. I agree. Blacklight says, thanks, bro. I feel smarter and more. I'm glad I can help you. man. When the trolls are going to be calling in, man, especially when we do reacts together and we start having them folks call in on the panel, man, we just roasting them up. You know who's who. 1.4 tone deaf people, I guess. I agree. And then CP comes back with a blammer. She bought subscribers. I think she did. How many followers does F&F have? They have a substantial amount right now. I think they hit for the about the same, maybe a little more than her, like 1.6 million or something like that. Because it seemed like the average preach thing was doing its job at first, like they was going like down, like and then they just like shot up like. So yeah, let's go and continue. Oh,
that's like me telling you how to clip people out of context. I don't know how to do that. A lot of these YouTube channels, they do it to anyone that's bigger than them. They're just looking for someone big that they can tear down. Like, look at this business guy. He did this shit to Kevin Samuels, the godfather of the manosphere.
The problem. You see, the problem with Kevin the Perfume Don, let me put y'all up on some manhood for a moment here and some real facts. Because, by the way, he's still repeating this garbage that the average male weight has not increased since 1965. I corrected him about that last year. He's still running around lying and talking about men have only gained 5 pounds since 1969 and women have gained 30. Nonsense. They both gained about the same amount of weight, according to the CDC website. He's still lying because he has a narrative that he wants to look down on women about. So he just lies about things. And none of y'all who claim you were learning anything, none of you have ever called him up to correct him and say, hey, dude, I can't ride with you telling outright lies to make your point. You can make a point, but if you got to lie to make a point, it's not something worth giving.
And he said that Kevin Samuels was lying in order to tear down black women. Do you know how disrespectful that is? And in this clip,
I agree,
MTR,
CP.
in this
I don't
clip,
think they met.
how hypocritical is it of you to say that people should not have formed an opinion on Kevin Samuels without watching his full content, but yet you can make a reaction on me without watching the full video?
What's happening in the world today? I think that with the advent, may he, rest in peace and whatever you feel about him, Kevin Samuels, who he made a whole living off of going hard on us. He made a living.
Did you tune in? Did you listen?
I never, because I wouldn't let that get in my spirit.
Of course.
But my point is, a lot of men that I know and
I
respect
agree,
following
CP.
him, listening to him.
I thought that she was a journalist. So as a journalist, she formed her opinion about somebody that she didn't even watch his content. I mean, she just said it. Men that she respect followed him. So instead of trying to understand why you set up a false narrative of him and rebuke him from your life, you simply and utterly cannot make this shit up. Modern women today are conditioned not to care what men think, but are conditioned to only hearing how awesome they are. And that's exactly why most cannot keep us.
And this is the other issue with J. Duke Jackson. He doesn't trust the employees to know if they work for someone or sexist or that hates black women. His words. And yet he thinks that he knows when he doesn't even live in this country.
Let me see what BW is talking about. I think I might might know he's talking about. He says there was another female white YouTuber that exposed her for being a grifter that doesn't believe what she says. There was an article about her before her channel talking about wanting to be an influencer. Maybe it was that girl, Brittany Venti, because she be kind of just coming and roasting folks. If you find out about your life, what you ate when you was 7, where you got them live when you was 3. You don't even know where you live when you was 3, but she got there and find out about it, and then she just roasts you up. She roasts you up in that real sarcastic white woman voice too. But let's go.
He's never even interacted with us. O'Shea, you've known King Richie's for a couple years now. Why didn't you sign him? You care so much about the black community, and you're the first to critique me, but I did what you didn't want to do. Why didn't you sign him? Now he's having more success than he's ever had, and he's incredibly talented, and he's worked so incredibly hard for that. But you're the first one to criticize me and call me names when I did what you could have done. And I did what you could have done immediately. I've only been, YouTube famous for maybe 6 months. And then I started helping other people. I started signing talent. And I know you've got your network. I know you've got your very mid set. But if you care so much, why didn't you do it? And MTR, what you did to me in the thumb.
Who do y'all think has better videos edited? O'Shea's videos or Pearl's videos? I'm not favoriting O'Shea because he's black and he shared my video, but I mean the dude that edits his videos is he's on point. That little dude, Diva, he be goddamn putting them videos out, bro. Like that's why O'Shea is able to get like 5-6 videos out every day. Cause that dude Diva is really out there putting, and they're all like quality edited. Like if I could edit like him, like fast like he does, I'll be putting the things out too, man. Cause all O'Shea has to do is just sit there and talk, and then Diva put in all the little effects and the music and this and that. He making sure shit ain't copyrighted, so he can goddamn play it on O'Shea's voice, and he put the little sound effects in there. Yeah, man, he got them right, bro. So yeah, I have to give it to old Diva, man. Blessing with his bitch ass. He ain't doing no numbers over there, man. He got you goddamn. You got him churning out goddamn 10 videos a day. You got 1.4 million subscribers, but you only getting 5K views a video. How does that work? Every now and again you might get a 47K view video, but you ain't really hitting for that. You ain't really hitting for that. Black Light them talking about the Brittany Venti. Oh man, she did roast Kevin saying I never really watched that one though. I never really watched it. CP said it was a masterpiece. She does. She be roasting the hell out of folks, man. I need to see who all she got in her graveyard of roast. David said King Richard sold out. I can't blame him. do what you got. I can't blame him, David, man. I think like YouTube is something that, it's a venture that you kind of go on yourself. I can see if, you do like a collaborative channel where, like you and your homie, like me and Black Light do that, or like how Aaron Preach do that, where you share the revenue, or even how Fresh and Fit do it, where you share the revenue. I don't agree with it where it's like you gotta take somebody and let them manage you, and they take 90% of your earnings, you get 10, but this is your what they be calling? I remember Kevin Sam was saying it. I can't even think of the wording right now, man. But yeah, when they just taking what you made up pretty much and getting all the money off of it. Ooh, CP said O'Shea videos are dusty, man. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Derek says O'Shea just be talking most of the time. I do agree. He just be talking. I think his videos are edited well, though. I think his videos are when they're edited. They suffice. They suffice. Osmosis says O'Shea dumped the videos quick. It's crazy because it's not like those videos are old topics. Bruh. It's like O'Shea will hear about some shit like 30 minutes before and then come out with a whole goddamn 18-minute video and then come out with 2 more videos after that, bro. Crazy. David says O'Shea honestly put the work in with his team even during the pandemic. Yeah, he was working. He was working. CP say, nah, I see Pickles. Ooh, CP the artist is being an artist right now. He said he's seeing the pixels, bro. He said, O'Shea, get your game up. Philly Greek Feet says Pearl's production is trash. I agree, man. Old bitch ass Blessing, he ain't doing no numbers. He just sitting back cooling. Y'all think Blessing is smashing too? Or y'all think he just sitting back there jacking off and editing videos and churning out 10 videos a day? BW says, yo, Grind, I miss your videos, man. Straight comedy commentary. I got to go, but I'll check you out, man. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. CP said, Pearl got the best production I can. Ooh, CP says Pearl. Okay. All right. That's unexpected, man. I know CP don't like Pearl. That was hard for him to say that. Jay says it's even more sad due to the fact the content he does, I would consider is drama. Usually drama sells, but not for King Riches. Yeah, King Riches is kind of a boring dude, to be honest. He got messed up teeth. He's a great value 50 Cent or American. I don't know what you want to say. He's that. Val says, Rob, facts. I saw Brittany Vinny roast Kevin and Pearl in your live stream. Oh, yeah, Blacklight did some extensive live streams. I don't be able to catch Blacklight live streams like I want to because I'll be, just moving around and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, Angie said, I got a caveman standard. Whoa. And then CP said, I edit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I gotta respect your expertise. What's good, Terry? He says O'Shea has what it takes. He's awesome. Okay. Terry like O'Shea, man. He say O'Shea, you rocking with it. You rocking with O'Shea. Next, we got O'Shea using stock footage as templates. That's why he gets the okay. I guess that makes sense. Like, so O'Shea's not putting any like extra creativity into like the images or videos he uses, because he does use them like same like 2 black dudes with the messed up hairlines, or like the really super lame black dude in his living room. Like, yeah, bro. I can see that, man. So you're saying he ain't really putting out he's not really putting the details out. AB says Blessed is Simp of the Year. I agree, man. He's Simp and How do you get Simp and Raccoon of the Year, AB? How do you get it? That's a tough double one to get. Derek says Pearl probably whipping her employees to work behind the scenes. Ooh, that's a skit right there. Ooh, shout out to Refrigerator Severe with the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. He said she hit the wall, I'm guessing is the insert, at 26, which she did. I think we're done with Pearl for now. Let's go ahead and check out Sneako and Myron talking about how they don't. I guess Sneako's talking about he doesn't agree with the red pill, and Myron's kind of showing that he ain't black right here. And I want to see what you guys think, if I'm reaching or if I'm right, man. I already did a short on it. So, I mean, if you would have checked the short out real quick and come back and see what you think, let me know. But we're going to go ahead and check this out just because I want to see what red pill advice Sneako, of all people, doesn't agree with. That's crazy, right? Sneako, he was goddamn red pill retard for a little bit, right? Let's go. Got your boy Sneako right here with his white shirt on. He looked like he'd have gained some muscle, man. He was a small little dude before, man. Let's get it.
We saw Rolo said something yesterday
on Twitter saying that men should get vasectomies in their 20s to prevent this, which I completely disagree with. I think that it's important to have family values and to prepare for eventual parenthood. But that's the cope that a lot of men have. Why raise a family in this scenario? Why risk having a child with somebody who's wanting to build an empire or wanting to be as famous as Rihanna when you could just play it safe and do the snip snip? But I disagree with him completely. I want to know what you think about that. Rolo, like the Godfather Red Pill, who's pretty much created a lot of these ideologies, is saying avoid having a family. I think that's complete cope. That's just that's when it becomes a black hole and really kind of black.
I think given the marketplace that we're in, it's a reasonable strategy.
Avoid family.
What are you guys' thoughts on that, man? Rolo Tomasi talking about go and get yourself a vasectomy at 21 and don't have no kids. And just that's how you're gonna get your fastest route to high valuedom. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think it's I think that's stupid, man. I think somebody was saying that you can I guess you can repair the damages once you get that whole operation done, but I think that's stupid. Why even do that? Just be responsible and just have a little discipline about yourself. That's what I think. Derek said Sneako was on Myron. Now he was. He said fresh and stuttering again. Sneako did because bro. Sneako is a slicker drifter, bro. He kind of just whatever the wind has been carrying him. He just been doing it. He just been doing it out here, man. Okasun Tom says Sneako looking a little buff. See, he been doing a little something. Actually, bro, I seen him boxing. I saw him box. I want to get Sneako in the ring, bro. I seen him boxing, but he been doing a little something, man. I gotta do that. I gotta review that on my channel. Garth says that's dumb. Your children are your legacy. I agree. Derek says Moist Critical bullied him to get in the gym. Yeah. Once Moist Critical kind of came after him, he kind of straightened up and flied right after that. I noticed that. Blacklight says Sneako allowed someone to bust his woman open while sitting on the bed. When he talks, his mouth opens and no sound. Right, bro. Like everything you say is null and void, bro. Everything. Love anime, big fan. What's good, man? Shout out to you, man, for being in here. Said I can't believe that Pearly but look like she's in her 40s or 50s, like she hit the wall or aged like milk, bro. She's just everything is bad. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. We got CP says there's black people in the Middle East, but Myron said his family is from Sudan, Africa. He's Arab, probably the Arab takeover. He's definitely from the Arab takeover. I thought Sudan was like Northeast Africa somewhere up there. I don't know. My African geography is not super on point, but I don't know. Let's keep going.
Well, here's the thing. The upsides are great, but the downsides will absolutely demolish you. I mean, you can look at the Tradcons right now that's going through. I mean, look at Stephen Crowder right now, bro. So it's like, and I think that's why so many guys are going abroad because at least there, like the women value family more than here. I mean, a lot of the girls here said, I want a family, but if you notice, like the things that they're working on isn't necessarily to be a better mom. So I think one or two of you guys mentioned that, but not many of you. Most of you guys were prioritizing your career and your education, your own self-improvement, which is great. That's fantastic, but that's more of a masculine thing. Like you got to ask yourself, is the guy that you want, is he going to want that back in return? Is he going to want another him? I mean, would you guys, what if I lined up a bunch of dudes here and I said, what are y'all going to do to get the wife of your dreams? And they all said, oh, well, I'm getting manicures. I'm buying really nice designer. I'm getting dressed up really well. I'm doing my eyebrows. I'm getting haircuts every week. Would y'all take those guys seriously?
No.
Probably not, right? Because the things they're working on only benefit them, not necessarily you, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of how you got to look at it from the male perspective. Like, it's great that you guys are working on your money and everything, but it doesn't really benefit us as men.
I think we should ask as well, how many of you want kids with men? In terms of, like, for example, having a father in the household too as well.
I think everyone.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody? Okay, cool. Okay. None of y'all want like a surrogate or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. But no, I think Rolo's assessment is spot on for the West, but I think that's why so many guys are going abroad because women have more traditional values. I mean, hell, some of the girls here are foreign, but they still have fairly Western values, right? If we went to Romania or something like that, when we were there, like girls aren't going to say, oh yeah, my career and making money. They're like, fuck that shit, I want to be home.
But the obsession, well, like the reason he said that is like how to become a high value man. The obsession with becoming high status and having other people admire you instead of reach your peak happiness, which is having a family, that's where it becomes kind of bleak. Like what makes you high value? Other people's perception, having a lot of money, having a network. Like, why does that matter? Why does being a high value man matter if you're not going to eventually start a family?
Because look at all the girls here. They're all propping themselves up to be that high value man. That's why.
Well, and we're calling that bleak, and we're calling that out and saying it's empty. So why are we advocating for the same thing on the other side?
Because it's not going to change, bro. Feminism is here and it's not going anywhere. Like, women will not concede whatsoever. Like, they're going to continue to make money. They're going to continue to gain status. They're going to continue to, go up the ranks. Women are going to out-earn men in the next 20 years. I predict it. They're dominating men when it comes to college
being
graduation.
bleak about it is kind of a waste, because we've seen some, like, I think your answer is exactly what I saw girls in Eastern Europe doing, trying to get closer to God, working on their health, working on making sure they're emotionally mature. That's what Eastern European women are doing. So it's not like you can't just put a blanket over all the women here and say, give up and cut off your fucking balls from your dick. So that
No, I get that. I'm all for families, man. I've always said it. The nuclear family is the backbone of any thriving society. However, when half the equation of having a nuclear family doesn't necessarily prioritize a nuclear family, as a man, you got to make some adaptations, because make a nuclear family with someone that isn't as interested in making a nuclear family with you, and they're rewarded for leaving that nuclear family through divorce courts, alimony, etc. As a guy, you got to kind of reassess how you want to move. So I'm saying families are fantastic, but it's a very dangerous proposition in the West, in the United States. That's my thing. But I'm all for families. I am, trust me. Come from a two-parent household. I would probably be a fucked up idiot if I didn't come from a two-parent household. But my parents are from the Middle East. They have different culture values. Religion is a thing. Here, religion isn't that big. Feminism is here. Women prioritize careers. Just seem.
All right, Tori. So Tori is in this thing, man. I know we got a couple of people that say, there's blacks in the Middle East and whatnot. Yeah, from the slave trade. But do you guys think that Myron is that? Garth, I know Garth also said that he's a mixed melanated Arab. But Tori, what do you think, man? You think Myron, like why would you I don't know, because it seemed like he would say that well, I don't know. Yeah, I just like the way he kind of says all this kind of stuff, and then like right here just say like I'm from the Middle East. He seems like to always leave out things about blackness, and then, like if your mom is black, you're really disrespecting your mom, to be honest. Like I hate to be one of them black guys like, yeah, you have a black mom, but you don't have respect none about your mom. And then like the way he was talking about how he would never want to date like a Sudanese woman or nothing like that. Like bro, like if they're even Eastern, Sudanese women are Eastern. They got Eastern values, and you still don't want to date them because they black, bro. So I think that says a lot. What do you guys think? David says, poor ladies look clueless at that table. They do. Thank God they getting paid. Oh, they getting paid? I don't know. Love Anime Big Fan says we should check out the new Fresh and Fit knockoff. Okay, we should do that actually. Uncle Son Tom says yes. So then, okay, I'm glad, man. He got me right, man. Got me right. Myron's probably Arab black mix. Yeah, okay, but yeah, he probably is Arab. But does that give him enough of a pass because the way that he is? I don't know. Myron seems to me like he might be one of them guys that's like an eighth Arab. What do y'all think? Stephen Crowder verbally abusing an 8-month pregnant woman has nothing to do with his divorce. Ha! Right. Mario. Ooh, Fresner came with a blammer. He's low-key gay. I'm behind on comments, man. Let me get y'all right. Derek says getting vasectomy at 20 is retarded. I agree. We got different locations on Sudan. We got North. We got Central. Carlos laughing at Torian. Osmosis says Sneako is just a young guy with no guidance, and you seeing it live. That's why he changed. You're right. Osmosis, that's facts. That's big facts. That's big facts. They got the fluoride stare. They do. It's crazy. Let me go and get a little more updated, man. Man, his real name is Jafar. That's ugly. Derek says, I think his mom is dark skinned, but they call themselves Arabs regardless. Okay, because you know what, Derek? When I did a video a while back about Myron when he was kind of doing all his little low key racist ranting and whatnot, there were people from Sudan and Africa were saying that Sudan is separated from like Arabs and Muslim, like from the north and all that kind of stuff. Like all the northern Sudanese people are Arabs, and then like the South is like black Arabs. And he said like people act like it's a flex to be like, oh yeah, I'm mixed with goddamn Arab. So yeah, I bet that is what's going on, man. So yeah, he pretty much, it's like, yeah, he might be black, but he was raised basically like, nah, ain't nothing about me black at all. Niggas Afro Dendal says, Silks, why not talk about Cynthia G? Your love Pearl. I guess I don't know what she's saying, but yeah. His texture on point from a male's perspective, not a black one. Not sure about his dating life. Yes, yeah, I agree with that right there. Yeah, a lot of these manosphere dudes are not they're not a black, black. They don't fit for the black life. I don't think. They just don't. Derek said, "Get me right, bro." Gosh says he is Arabs who stole the identity of the original black Arabs before the Greek. Oh, okay. He's definitely part of the colonizer class. Derek, you've been confused by Myron's race for like Derek, I have, bro. I've been down bad on that, bro. Black Lives laughing about the fluoride stare. This is the most fresh and fit. Oh yeah, man. Hey, B, we getting you right. We getting you educated on fresh and fit right now, man, so you can see what they're about. Let's go.
And all these girls are young too. That's the crazy part. They're all young.
Panel.
You know what I mean? So
what's your take on this? I want to hear Fresh and Fit's take on this. There's 15,000 men watching for the most part.
I agree, Derek.
Should men in their 20s get a vasectomy?
Personally, I would say, looking at it from a holistic standpoint, I get what Rolo's saying for the whole topic itself of being high value, because once again, if you get a woman pregnant that's not there for you, she could be against you and it could turn to many different things. But personally, like I was saying earlier, for me, I do want a family. If I meet the right woman, I think is going to raise that child. But for most men, do they have the, I want to say, resources to find a woman that they want of their dreams, or even get the right woman? Probably not. So to be safe, vasectomy might be in their best interest.
So yes.
No, I'm saying, okay, so it's
a yes or no.
It depends on the individual. That's what I'm saying. So it's up to the man to decide for himself. But I'm just saying, generally for me, I think family is very important. But I understand why most men might not want that, because finding a woman that's actually good for you may be kind of hard. So I get
a little bit.
In America specifically.
In America, yeah.
In America, to be specific.
What do you think?
Let's get the ladies' takes on it, and then I'll give my opinion, because I don't want to corrupt them with my take.
Okay.
All right, ladies, let's make this a little bit more engaging. Let's say you have a son. He's 21 years old. Building up a business, whatever it may be, is becoming somewhat successful. Actually, you know what? Let's say 30 years old, because let's be honest, 21-year-old guy's fucking useless. He ain't doing nothing with life. So 30-year-old guy, building up a business, he's on his way to becoming successful. Should he have a vasectomy, knowing how women move nowadays and how girls can trap guys? Should he have a vasectomy? We can start on the couch and then work our way. What are your thoughts to protect himself?
If he's really successful, I mean, I've seen men get trapped, so I'd probably be more prone to saying yes if he was, like a target. But on the whole, I think no.
Okay.
No, I would tell my son completely no.
Okay.
Not do that.
Fair.
Hell no.
Honestly, if they don't want to have children, then yeah. But I think that every man should be able to decide if they want to have a children or not.
All right.
And it's important. So I don't think so, honestly.
Okay.
You can just.
So far, the girls seem to be outpacing the guys with the whole vasectomy conversation, because I know most of us in here are like, yeah, that don't make no sense at all. Let's go and read some comments real quick. Terry Carter says, some of these women are some of the most beautiful women in the world. I ain't really looked. CP says, not all blacks aren't in the Middle East because of slave trade. They migrated from Africa for, they do be migrating to them weird areas where it's like, bro, why are you here? Like, why the hell have we got them in Ukraine or, Poland and stuff? But hey, man, it is what it is, trying to find a new life. Colin says, when they purify the drinking water, they put fluoride in it. That's probably why everybody's losing. Ooh, Pearl and them. Yeah, we got to check that out, Black Light. Got to check that out. Myron is mixed race Sudan is Arabic black mix. Sudan has a huge colorism to the point where the country split in two. Right. I was just talking about that. Niga says, we Habisha know why you desire East Africans over West. What reason is that, man? You got that point down at the bottom. Let's see. That's why he fled to America. He says, Sudan go mine. Okay. Miranda. Ooh, what happened to Miranda? Whoa, she is out there. Ooh, what happened to Miranda? That's a good question. Torian Rain says, I remember when they began losing all those subs. I didn't think they would. They bounced back hard too, bro. That's why he fled from America. How godly is fresh luck to have this effortless job headed? Bro, we was talking about it, bro. Bro, he just literally just sits there. He doesn't say anything. He stutters here and there, and he's getting. I guess what they get millions of dollars every year or something. So yeah, he winning good. He winning good. Just pull. Oh man, yeah. I think you should just use a strap, bro. Just be strapped up and be responsible. If you're this man having all this money, I would think you'd be kind of responsible. I don't know, but some dudes, obviously a lot of rappers don't. But I mean, if you're like a man who's built his way by regular route, education, hard work, business, and all that kind of stuff, I think that you'd be a little bit more responsible, but not really, I guess. I never saw Myron as he was black. They always say sneaky stuff about, but I agree with that. Love anime, big fan, because Myron says things that a black man wouldn't say about his own people. Like there's that one little rant he did. I think Torian Rain actually did a video on it where he was saying that, yeah, we're laughing at you. We're laughing at you. You could look at his words and everything like that. Like I think he was more so talking about his own people. Like, yeah, we're laughing at you when we set up stores in your hoods and we're selling stuff to you. Like, and then I think another short he had, he was saying black people are the most racist people in the world. You know, trying to make us the black guy. That doesn't sound like anything a black man would say about his own people. I mean, unless you you a super raccoon, which I mean, we do got a couple of them. Anton would probably say that, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let's keep going with this whole little mess they got.
Find women that follow your values in another part of the world, as you said. Like,
all right, so you're saying you just go somewhere else.
Yeah, just like go somewhere.
But what if they decide to stay in the States?
Honestly, I still think that there's women out there that can be like mother.
Okay.
Fact.
Material.
Honestly, if he wants to, then that's fine with me. But can't you get a vasectomy undone?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't be opposed to it at all. Like
you can also
do it,
detransition after becoming trans.
I mean,
but you don't ever want people to do that in the first place. Like you're messing up your body. Once you take puberty blockers, you can go off them, but there's going to be a physical difference.
Exactly. I mean, if he wants to take that risk, I don't really care because I know that they be getting like some girls be lying, doing other shit, and like he's trapped now, and then they take all his shit and then leave. So I'm not opposed to it at all, actually.
All right. What about you?
Wait. You saying baby mama culture is big in Islam? Are you for real? I thought they was over there, being holier than thou and all this kind of stuff. That's interesting, man. Low life. Shout out to you, man. He said, look at you going live. I'm trying to. This is probably like my fifth live by myself. Let's keep going.
I would say no, but I mean, it's their choice.
Right.
Like, I would hope that I reason like a good, like they have a good sense of moral and they'd be able to pick the right, like, woman.
Okay. What about you?
I think it depends a lot what his lifestyle is. Like, if he's, let's say, starting his business and he's very focused on money and things like that, but he's like constantly meeting new women and engaging with these women.
Yeah.
Then I would say, okay, there's like ways that you can use instead of a vasectomy to avoid the baby. But I have also heard of like women trapping men and things like that. But I feel like it's up to him. Like if he thinks like, no, I'm gonna get trapped. Like I'm meeting new women and I'm doing this and I'm like, having intimate moments with them. And you know what? Do what you want to do. What makes you happy. And regarding
so yes or no?
I feel like it's just up to him. Like if he wants,
what advice would you give him though?
I would say
as the mom
of my son, I would say like, don't go around, sticking it in whatever and whoever. Like, why don't you, if you're so focused on, starting a family or, you want to grow,
that's the point, bro. I appreciate you.
Giving time and energy into things that are just going to be gone in the next morning.
Based.
Okay, so I'll take that as a no. What about you?
Oh no, I think there's still a lot of women with values and that can like be a good mothers and stuff like that here in Florida.
Okay. In Florida?
Well, you say Florida, right?
Okay.
Because she's
I mean in the United States.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I wouldn't want him to. I would just tell him to work on his discernment as far as who he's having sex with. But if he made the decision to have sex with somebody unprotected or whatever happens, then he has to live with those consequences.
All right. What about you?
I personally would tell him I wouldn't want him to do it, but like you can't really control what happens. Things happen, and yeah, that's what they have to live with, and they have to deal with that and provide for that child. And you always just have to be careful.
Okay.
I mean, at his big age, I feel like he should know the consequences of doing something like that or not. I would definitely advise him against it because, like you were saying, puberty blockers and all that. Like once you do something to your body, it's very hard. I mean, impossible to reverse anything that you've done. So, I mean, hopefully I would have raised him to where he would make that decision and, it would be sound on his part, but I would advise him against it.
Your advice, okay.
How old did you say your son was going to be?
We'll say 30.
30?
Yep.
He's a grown man. I'm not going to be telling him what to do with his balls or anything. Like, you need to wrap it before you tap it. Even if you do have a vasectomy, what if you get an STD or something?
All right. My take on it, man, I think it's a sliding scale. The more successful the guy, the more money he has, the more he has to lose, the more of a vasectomy might be a good choice. But again, it depends on the guy. If the guy's not smashing at all, do you want to do that? Obviously you can always undo the snip. So it really depends on the individual. And I think the two main variables are his success and how promiscuous he is with dealing with women. I think those two factors heavily influence the decision. It's going to change per person.
Right, but his take, Rollo's take was that to be a high value man, the top 3 steps: avoid family creation, get a vasectomy, and have a network. It's just like the generic male son stuff. But like 2 of the top 3: get a vasectomy and avoid family creation. Do you agree?
Did he say avoid? I don't
yes,
think avoid
word for word. Avoid family creation.
It's on Twitter.
Top 3 steps to become a high value man.
Okay, I didn't see the suit. I'm about to take a look at it. But I mean, here's the thing. I think what he means by that is being the most When he says high value man, he's talking from the perspective of being able to be a playboy and get as many girls.
But why is that a priority over having a family? Like, why would that even be advice? Why would that be a male self-improvement advice? Be a playboy instead of raise a family?
Well,
we make fun of women all day for wanting to be girl boss queens and sleep around and have all this, and then you tell guys be a playboy instead of raise a family.
Oh,
that's the same advice on the other side.
Because here's the thing: when you're a playboy, you're going to be better at raising the family. And the reason.
But he's saying avoid family creation.
Well, he's saying to be a high value. He's talking from the frame, knowing Rolo because I know him personally. He's talking from the frame of being a guy getting a lot of girls. And then, if you decide you want to get a family down the road, you can always unsnip and then go ahead and go down the family route. But in today's day and age, I agree to a degree that you need to have sex with at least 50 girls as a guy. I talk about that all the time. It's controversial, but the reason why I say that is because most women are more promiscuous than most guys. So if you're a dude and you're getting out here dating girls and you get your pee-pee wet with the first girl, she could sell you a dream and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. So guys got to get out there and be sexually experienced. So he's talking from the frame of being attractive.
I think most guys out here are not going to be able to control their sexual urges. So he's saying as a...
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The quickest path to becoming a high value man. Do not get married, avoid family creation, respect me in your 20s, live consistently, eliminate all sedations, learn game and networking, play to your strengths, build wealth, resist easing up on your focus. He's talking about increasing your value when you're young.
Becoming successful, yeah.
Becoming successful. Yeah.
Avoid family creation again.
Yeah, because when you... Yeah, dude, because your value doesn't go up until you're built something, and that's typically going to be in your 30s.
So most guys, what do they focus on? Girls the whole time. He's saying at this point in your career, when you're on the way up,
yeah, but why get a vasectomy at a young age? Just be responsible. I mean, you don't have to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with Rolo at all. I think he's doing the most as red pill guys tend to do. Like I said, Fresh Prince CEOs always looking like he constantly. Yeah, his face he just looks stuffed up, just all over, just stuffed up out here in these streets, man. CP and them are having a religious debate here in the comments, man. He said he's Christian, he's defending Islam. Ha. Negan says they talk about the amount of wives people can have and whatnot. Okay, Carly, you got into it. She says, okay, the man has 5 to 6 wives. Okay. Ooh, Black Lives came with it. So he said Sneako took the blue pill on the same days. Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, Sneako doing his 6-month view change. What do you think is going to be the next view change on me? Do you think that Sneako is going to go with the T-Ready view change next? Let me know. Emmanuel said, I heard you said something about Metal Gear Solid. That's how you Oh, man. Good old Metal Gear, man. You can't beat it. What's the last one I played, man? I guess the last one they made. Yeah. I think it started kind of the story start kind of messing with me, so I just had to stop playing. I thought I beat the game, but it's like, oh, you beat the game. Let's see what else we got here. Anybody else? And it tells you, yeah, right. You're right. Love anime bit fan says some dudes out here have no control. That's why they have multiple kids and baby mamas. I agree. I think it's just a lack of control, and I think the people that don't have the control are going to be the ones that that mess the money up, literally and figuratively. You might be having some money because you worked hard and all that kind of stuff, but you don't know how to control your outside life. Your social skills. It sucks. So now you're down bad with 3 kids from 3 baby mamas, and one of them looked like Francine, and another was crazy. And then you got one more that might be kind of halfway decent, but she ain't really worth nothing. She ain't got no money in that. She ain't really smart. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Cherry Carter says, can the course order you get a vasectomy due to being a dead? Ooh, I don't know. That's an interesting question, though. That would suck, kind of. That would suck. Val says, Myron, you're lying right here. I agree. I agree with you. I agree. What else we got here? Okay, we still got the we got CP, Degas, and Derek. They're all doing a religious debate. I think that actually is pretty entertaining in itself. But let's keep going with this video. Finish it up. Go to the next thing.
Focus on things that are going to help you move forward and become successful.
Yeah, get a surgery done that prevents you from having children.
Yeah, we can always reverse it.
It's not like a lot of times that should mess us up. That's not something you could just hope that it's going to be okay.
Generally, most men can't control their urges, so what's going to happen is going to go fuck around and get somebody pregnant.
This is how you rise up the path to become high status because you're eliminating all variables that fuck you up.
Yeah, it's about
what he's saying.
Risk mitigation right there.
How many dudes do you know that could have made it to the NBA or could have been a star in an or something that got some chick pregnant?
Yeah.
Like kids a lot of the times ruin dudes' futures because they have kids prematurely. So he's saying this is the path to becoming a high value man. And then once you become that guy,
reverse the vasectomy.
Yeah.
Do you think that's good advice? I mean, that's good advice if your qualifications of a high value man is a guy with a big body count. But it might be like I thought.
No. He's talking about increasing your value as a man. You're basically what he's doing is he's retard proofing it.
Yeah.
If you have a vasectomy and you bust nuts at girls, you're not gonna have a kid, so you're not gonna fuck up your future when you're young and you're not in a position to raise that child. That's what he's saying.
We all know what's men's biggest weakness: women. And as a result, what happens is what's another factor for not having success? Having a kid too early. That's reality.
That's the number 1 love killer, dude. Kids. If you really look at it.
It's, it's what it is. Again, now, once again, we support families. Yeah, but at the same time, for what he's saying.
All right, man. So I think I'm done with this video. I think my end result or my end thoughts on the video is be a little bit more responsible as a young man, and that's don't get a vasectomy because you might not be able to get that thing reversible. So that's just my thoughts on it, man. What do you guys think on that? I think it's time for the next video, man. We got some Charleston White, man. We got some Charleston White. Ha! Garth says Negas is a troll. He might be. He might be. You never know. He might be. I'm seeing a bunch of laughing emoji, little funny emojis and paragraphs in the comments, man. I ain't been able to keep up, man. I want to, but I ain't been able to keep up. Let's check out the next thing, man. We got your boy Charleston, man. Y'all keep on talking it up, man. We got your boy Charleston. He's going off on DL Hughley and DJ Vlad for trying to cancel him. Y'all know he said the whole little thing about graping Asians and graping white women and all that kind of stuff. And I don't agree with that kind of stuff. I don't agree with that kind of stuff at all. Omni Entertainment, shout out to you, man, for the $2. He says F&F and others life they speak about. Exactly. Myron's not about to go get a goddamn vasectomy, neither is Fresh. And Myron goddamn was being irresponsible to the point where he was jumping off in a OnlyFans girl that he jumped at and almost got her pregnant. He could have got her pregnant. She was lying and everything, but yeah, he could have got her pregnant. So yeah, but they're not living their life right. And I think that in a way they're kind of telling on themselves like they can't handle all the fame and all the little clout that they're getting right now from women. So they just run around here busting them up. So they feel like, oh yeah, you should just get yourself a vasectomy and all that kind of stuff, man. I don't agree with them guys at all, man. Jay said he just lost some brain cells. Terry said Charleston is the man. We about to get into it, man. I know AB is in here, man. He loves Charleston White, right or wrong. Love anime big fan says the problem with Sneako is he doesn't know where he's standing. He can't make up his own mind. Every time he goes viral, he's always changing his stance on something. I agree, man. I think somebody was up there saying, yeah, 6 months he's going to switch up his whole character arc again. I agree. Emmanuel Character says most responsible doctors won't let you get a vasectomy that early. Oh, hey man, you just got us up on game right there. Just got us up on game. Carla says no vasectomy until you're over 40. Hey, that's good advice. Thank you, Carla. Derek says don't get a vasectomy unless you actually serious think of it as permanent because yeah, right. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. That's real, man. Anybody who might be watching, you might be a young guy thinking about, I'm on the way to wealth, man. I don't want to have no goddamn kids, man. I don't get a vasectomy. Well, if you don't want to have kids at all, yeah. But if you plan on having some people to pass something down to or having, a little family with some folk running around in there, and you got a Christmas tree, you take the little pictures and all that. Y'all make cookies Christmas Eve and having birthdays and you playing catch with your son. I mean, don't do it. Negus and them is all still going in. Ooh, Negus is definitely a troll. He's definitely a troll. He says, no wonder why you guys are the most conquered, defeated male group. Negus, do you really want us to start doing some anti-FBA, some non-FBA crushing? Do you really want that? Please don't start it. Because, we got a whole group of people in here that's probably willing to deal with it. Garth says only high-value guys deal with OnlyFans. Have value guys, right? No snip, you're right. I have one kid. I want to vasectomy. Damn, Emmanuel's keeping it real out here in these streets. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you, Omni. Yeah, y'all hit the thumbs up, man. I appreciate all y'all watching. We got 29 good people, man. Derek, it's not a problem if you change your mind about something, but if you change it every time, nobody's gonna take. I agree, man. Nobody's gonna take you serious. CP says both guys ain't getting no. So what's the point? Right. Imagine, hey, CP, imagine you went to the doctor, you listened to this, you went to the doctor, got you a vasectomy, and you wouldn't get no action anyway. Man. And then when you finally did get around to getting action, and you say, yeah, but I want to have a kid. CP, I ain't talking about you, man. CP, I'm not talking about you. What? So anybody that's non-FBA, man, when it comes to like talking about non-FBA people, if you like you know like who you are, like we're not talking about all y'all. Y'all know that. I love my non-FBAs too, man. you cannot drill us. I mean, we can. Tariq was drilling y'all real hard, and y'all was mad about. He wasn't even blaming y'all with the real jokes. He was. Nigga says we fought colonizers. Did y'all? Is that okay? Y'all didn't get colonized, I heard, but yeah. So y'all fought about it. I didn't know that. You did it. I mean, we know we had our little slave revolts and whatnot, but y'all folks over there might have betrayed us here and there. So when your own come through and cool up, what can you really do about it? God says, we're the true children of Aaron. Got him, coach. How does it feel becoming expendable hashtags every day? This dude's definitely in here trolling, man. Let me go and ignore this guy, man. Ignore this guy. You said to me only if your life is in danger. CP, I'm afraid I chance it straight. Nah, man, you good, man. Always good in my book, man. Y'all was trading for alcohol and tobacco. Worthless. Okay. And then Jay comes in and said, imagine if someone was listening to these clowns and going to get a V. The doctors mess up and you're screwed. They should be at a suit. Ooh, hey, bro, they giving out that advice where you might be able to get sued. They giving it out. All right, man, let's go and finally get into this Charleston, man, because he's saying some pretty explosive stuff, man. It's kind of funny a little bit, man. It's kind of funny. Like I said earlier, I don't know if y'all heard me. I don't agree with anybody talking about, folks getting raped and whatnot. No matter, what race they are or who they are. I don't want nobody to get raped. I think that like that little Fleece Johnson joke, I think that was funny. But I think like there's not really much to really laugh about in like in a case of real rape. The Fleece Johnson thing was like a whole little cartoon and whatnot, but this is different. Let's go.
Somebody tell DL Hughley. Say, man, I'm just acting. Say, yeah. Somebody tell DL Hughley, man, I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm not really mean and hateful. And I'm a satire comedian. He a bullshit comedian.
I got you.
I'm a satire comedian. Look, I don't really mean this.
He's out of here.
Don't get mad at me.
What's good, LMC?
Yeah. Mr. King of Comedy. Yeah. I ain't never liked you. I always been a serious entertainer, Bernie Mac kind of. I always thought you were corny. If we just gonna be honest, since we got opinions about one another. Then we got opinions about one another. I always thought you were corny. Yeah. And now you trying to act pro-black now. What happened to that baby you had on your wife? Remember your side? Didn't he have a side piece off on his wife, baby? You had a baby on your wife. Say, dang-a-lang Hughley. Listen, boy. And then something happened to the baby. The baby died or something. And he didn't give a about the baby. Wasn't it like that? I ain't ran out and left none of my kids, boy. Y'all talking.
And the way he's talking to him, man, I ain't left none of my kids, boy. But that's crazy. That's ugly right there, man, because D.L. Hughley's trying to act like, the moral police, the moral high ground police. But you had a whole kid on your wife, and then the baby passed away. You didn't care nothing about it because it was a illegitimate kind of situation. So I think that's a King Kong size skeleton. If you ask me, what do you guys think about that? And I don't have an issue with what D.L. Hughley was saying with Vlad on his Vlad show, but I have an issue with him saying it with Vlad, on Vlad's show. Like, why couldn't you just do it on the D.L. Hughley podcast? You got enough clout and juice to have some folks come and be like, hey, man, D.L. Hughley had said this about Charleston White. But you want to go out and goddamn Vlad and y'all sit there and compare notes about another black dude. I don't really rock with anybody going to Vlad anymore, bro. Like, I seen lead attorney whack ass tooting up on Vlad just the other day. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit. I would goddamn play a Vlad clip, but Vlad be copyrighted because Vlad is lame. Vlad is lame as hell. He's on his goddamn his selfish sombrerito time. So yeah, let's keep going though.
Yeah. I ain't got no bunch of babies here and there. And I damn sure ain't done nothing what you done did, boy. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, DL. Them niggas know I'm funny. Yeah, man, any motherfuckers sit up and try to act like I ain't funny.
I agree.
From DL Hughley to whoever. Man, them niggas know I'm funny. I'm just funny without.
All right, I got you, Derek. I got you. So basically, Derek wants a summary. Basically, China Mac and Charleston got into a little beef. I guess I don't know what the beef was about exactly. I think it was just because China Mac is he's kind of appropriating black culture. Not really black culture. He's appropriating one of the trashier parts of black culture. But he's kind of pushing that narrative a little bit further by saying he's a Crip and all this gang stuff. And he talks about how he sold drugs to the black community when, he was, he had a whole Asian community he could have sold drugs to, but he wouldn't have had to travel to the black community to sell drugs. So Charleston White was basically, talking trash to China Mac. But during the time of talking trash to China Mac, he started talking about, I think all them Asian babies and women needs to be raped. I think they needs to be raped and the babies needs to be put down or something like that. He was supposedly talking about, he was generalizing and hitting all the Asians up. He was hitting all the Asians up. It wasn't a good look, to be honest. Abner Preach came out and was talking about some, black people like this kind of stuff. And, Abner Preach, they've been kind of tap dancing lately. They was out here like, black people like this kind of stuff and they're defending it. No, we ain't defending it, bro. We're not defending it. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then D.L. Hughley went on Vlad, and then he started talking about how he didn't like what Charleston White was saying about Asians and whatnot. And also on Fresh and Fit, Charleston was talking about raping white women as well. So that his grape train is long and strong, unfortunately, or his grape train stories. We don't know if he was actually out here doing it. I'm not sure. Well, it ain't a good look. That's basically what happened. Ain't good happen. I see that part about Asians. But yeah, that's crazy, man. That's super crazy. I hope you called up though. Let me know if you need a little bit more clarification. Let's go.
Like them gotta have punchline. I ain't got punchline.
You naturally funny.
Yeah, I just had no reason to say, hey, y'all ain't never liked D.L. Hughley. I thought he was the least funniest on Kings of Comedy. I think he got cracker white boy jokes that's not really funny. His punchline.
Oh man, pause.
Carlton Banks kind of funny. He ain't nigga funny. He can't make a crowd full of ignorant motherfucking drunk niggas laugh who want to kill somebody. Yeah. He can't do that. So ain't nobody thinking about no motherfucking Dangalang Hughley. That nigga's a Dangalang. And he had a baby off on his wife and run off and leave the bastard. No, the boy really had a bastard baby. So nigga, I ain't made no bastard babies. Nigga, I'm a different kind of nigga. I ain't got damn bastard. I done run off left. I made babies. I didn't make bastard babies. It's a big difference, Dangalang. Dangalang made that.
So I'm not laughing at, like the baby passing away and all that, because that is Charleston he's one of those guys that like roast you and like he cut to the bone with the roast. Like you talk about the baby passing away and all this kind of stuff. But it is funny, the whole Dangalang Hughley is funny because D.L. Hughley low-key has been kind of off-putting as of late with his posts and stuff. During the whole C-19 situation, he was kind of promoting the jab and whatnot, and I thought that was a little funny. And then he's one of them kind of vote blue no matter who kind of guys as well. And then he's also and I'm not I don't know, but yeah, blue ain't doing nothing for us, and neither is red. But yeah, he's one of them. And also he's kind of one of those people I feel like that they worry too much. Like, how we have a bunch of politicians that worry more so about other groups than what we have going. They don't make sure we're straight first. They worry about everybody else. I think he's kind of like that, and it's slightly annoying. He kind of gives me like Conscious Lee vibes, like he's like a bought and paid for a toot up kind of guy. But let's go.
That bastard baby with that woman is called out of wedlock, and the baby's a bastard, and he run out and left the bastard. And I think when the bastard died, he didn't have no concern for the dead baby here. Now all of a sudden he got a concern for Asian rape babies. Man, he ought to stop it, and he got a dead bastard baby. He didn't take care of. The baby didn't get to play in none of the D.L. Hughley movies. The baby didn't get to come over and play with none of the nannies these other real kids had with the white motherfucker trying to speak on me. Oh, bang a lane. Nigga, you should have said a motherfucking thing about me. Nigga, I wasn't bothering you. You done let Vladimir the Russian Jew trick you. He always throwing shit between two niggas. He made Boosie and T.I. fall out. He always niggas against niggas. That's what Vlad is good for. Vlad, you a shit starting dude. Vlad, you a motherfucking no good rotten shit starting Jew, and you always starting shit amongst your nigga faction people. You don't never start shit with your white. You don't never call two bikers to do this. You don't do it between the bikers. Why you doing it with the nigga? Now, why would you bring me up to Dangalang Hewlett? Why? Because I'm doing comedy now, and Dangalang is a podcaster. Ain't nobody showing up. He got to go stand up somewhere and film him a Netflix series and try. Ain't nobody going state to state, city to city in Dangalang no more. His comedy ain't that good no more, but any white boy funny, so get his ass on the radio and talk podcast talk. But don't come trying to make people laugh, Dangalang. It's some new sick-minded motherfucking people, and they laugh at some sick shit. You hear me? They kill each other and go rap about it, tell each other, hey, I'm smoking your son, mama. Say, my baby name Tuka. We smoking his ass, Miss Lady. It's a new bunch of people now, and they laugh at some sick shit. And guess who they want to make them laugh? A sick motherfucker like me. Yeah, no. So,
what y'all think about that, man? I was kind of a little bit of roast right there, man, saying he got the white boy humor, but he's a comedian and whatnot. But then at the same time, you know, he's always talking trash about Tuka, about people kind of liking that whole culture and stuff. But he's talking about, yeah, they need shit to make them laugh like me. I don't know. It's kind of seem a little backwards. CP the artist said if they marked CW while I was eating the same. Damn, that's ugly. I could see it for some reason, but let's go.
He's knowing about my shit ain't funny because they ain't got a punchline. Listen. Say, listen, there's some sick shit going on now, DL. And they'll shoot up your mama house and kill everybody in it and go make a video laughing like a motherfucker. And then once the funeral over with, they'll come back and shoot a rap video in front of the same house. These motherfuckers need some new comedy. And guess who be in them new comedy? That's right. The peanut head ass me. Long head ass me. You hear me? And boy, we doing good. Selling that team motherfucker show. You hear me, Dangalang? So you're Dangalang say, we doing good, no motherfucker. Selling that G goddamn. I don't know what you and Vladimir talking about. Nigga, these people gonna hear this shit. I'm not bullshit. Boy, they be packed the motherfucking house, giggling like a motherfucker.
Shout out to Al. Let's see, man. I appreciate you, man. $5. He said, showing love, family. Keep it grinding. I appreciate you. Carla says he's not funny. And then Derek says, nah, CW's. I think I'm gonna go with Derek. I think he's hilarious at times. Like right here, he's a little too ignorant. Like I think Dangalang Hughley is a hilarious nickname. I also thought Tashaki instead of Takashi was hilarious. But otherwise, you know, he's kind of just putting out this man's information and you know, saying some deep cutting things about him. Otherwise, you know, the only thing that's really funny is Dangalang Hughley. CP says there's some people that don't belong. Ooh, call me Thanos. Oh man, let's get it.
I'm not bullshit. I gotta go put a little water on my ass. I got you. I ain't gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna be too motherfucking clean not to have to put no water. And I know I ain't bathed. I ain't gonna feel cool. I ain't gonna, man, my strut ain't gonna be all together. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to walk cool, knowing I ain't washing my motherfucking ass. Just like a nigga lying, and he know he lying, and people believe in the lie, and he know he lying. I'm not finna do that. Let me go take a bath. Let me go take a motherfucker.
We don't want to hear that mess. All right, man. So that's it for that Charleston White, man. I think I'm gonna go in the stream, man. I might do something later tonight or do something tomorrow because I got at least 3 other videos that I was thinking about sharing with y'all. You know, we chopping it up about them. I appreciate everybody that was in the stream. Of course, everybody who's super chat, I really appreciate you too. Y'all comment definitely help keep it going. I'm about to go try to get me a quick run in, man. I'm trying to avoid this one dude. He talking about some, hey, man, we can come run at 10:30. I ain't trying to do no goddamn run at 10:30 at night and then he run. So he gonna be running around 10 miles at a 5:30 pace. I ain't got time for that, man. I'm trying to get out there at a little 7 pace, 20 minutes, and go home, come back and cook some. Me and Angie about to go and cook up some bulgogi quesadilla. She be trying to handle my cook game, but I done got my numbers up, man. I got my numbers up. Thank you, Val. Val with the $5, man. She didn't say anything, but I appreciate you. You've been saying enough throughout supporting me. I really appreciate you. For real. But yeah, everybody that's in the chat, man. I super appreciate y'all. Y'all, like Carla said, man, everyone be careful and stay safe. And we will see y'all next time. Oh yeah, Omni, man, you know about that bulgogi's hits, man. I wasn't hip to the bulgogi until a couple years ago, but now I'm hip and I like it. I also like bubble tea and all that kind of stuff too, man. Angie be kind of making me fat a little bit. I don't really like all that. Derek said, make sure you get that line up. Oh, Derek, man. Derek pulled my card earlier talking about to pull the headband off, man. But yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna get it right tomorrow, man. And yeah, maybe I'll see y'all later tonight or maybe tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one, a great one actually. And yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Oh, Carla, I appreciate you again. $5. Thank you for the support. See y'all.